Hello and welcome to Shelley's Sacred Space. This is our Tarot Tidbits episode. We are looking at the Seven and the Eight of Wands. To recap, we are comparing four decks to see similarities and differences to get a better understanding of the cards that we see. We are using the Coleman Smith Rider-Waite Radiant version, the Fifth Spirit Tarot, the Somnia Tarot, and the Green Witch Tarot. So let's get started with the seven. Now, the seven is connected with defending, standing up for yourself, having the advantage over others. It can be insecurity, can indicate being tested. It can bring in struggle. So remember, we had the five with the conflict, we had the six with the victory over that conflict, and now we have the seven, and the seven really indicates that second guessing, that, yeah, but what about? Um, it brings in more concerns or other courses of action that could be taken. Um, in our traditional Rider-Waite, you have a person who is standing on top of a cliffy area. You can tell that the cliffs are there because you can see the part that's not green. What he's standing on is a little bit bumpy, which means it's not as secure as he would like, but he does have the upper hand to defend. Now, we don't know if that's a very small space or if behind it is expansive and he's got room to move back. But at this point, he's in a position to hold his ground. In this one, same thing. The wand is standing tall on its own above everything else. What's really interesting in this one is you have different wands. You have wands that have fire, you have wands that have spikes, you have wands that have points. And if you remember from the Five of Wands, there were different types of wands also. There was the pitchfork and the board with a nail and different things. So it really indicates that it's different ideas. It's not people who are necessarily on your side. They're there to challenge you, to question, to make sure that you are clear. What's interesting is this one has flowers in it, which is prosperity and growth and expansion. And so that one really indicates that I've succeeded. You're not going to take that away. I am at a spot of power. I have that growth. I have that abundance within my action. Okay. When we look at this one, again, I wonder, are they chasing them? Have they turned around to defend? Is it follow the leader? Like, I have the way, let's go. It's a little less clear, but knowing the basis of the Seven of Wands, you know that that's a spot of defending. So in this case now, I would look at it, unless there were a lot of cards that surrounded it that indicated that it was more I'm a leader, this is the way we're going, let's go. Um, I would still look at it as that person is having to defend against all these other people. Now, this card is the one that literally does not indicate being defensive in an actionable way. And I'll explain that in a minute. These ones are very actionable. There is somebody standing guard or something that is higher. This one looks like she's lining up her tools on display. So it's a little bit different in this card. It's almost like these are the tools that I need. These are the actions that I plan on taking. And as I take them, I will take the one that I need, move forward, and then I can put it back. So that's the part that's interesting because she's not defending against anyone, but she has everything at hand if she needs to. Her main fire is roaring. Again, that looks like a really warm fire, but outside it doesn't look that cold, right? So that's her inner passion happening. She has to stretch up to get that. So this isn't just I have everything I need. It's I need to take action to get everything I need, but I can get everything. Like I can access everything I need to access. Everything that I need to do, all the actions that I need to take, I can do. And I have the ability to do it. And then, of course, the bird in the tree connects with that communication and, um, connecting to the higher realms. A lot of times we use birds for that idea of communicating with spirit or source or universe. So that is the Seven of Wands. So we've gone from having some conflict, being victorious over that, to then maybe having to defend a little bit, right? Anything worth doing, you're going to have questions along the way. You're going to have people who are like, I know a better way to do it. Let's try this. And you may have to get determined and be like, nope, not this time. Okay, that's our seven. And now our eight. So our number eight indicates goals, direction, being organized, everything in motion to one specific goal, everything going the right way. Again, if you're looking at reversals or cards surrounding it, it could indicate procrastination, knowing that you have goals, but just not getting there yet. Um, this card is very much about things being directed exactly as they need to be, going exactly the way they need to be, being prepared, being ready, and things being in motion. Can also indicate things falling apart. Um, Thinking that you had everything going in the right direction and it falling short of its goal. It's almost like that shoot for the moon, and if you miss it, you'll land on a star. Like it's not horrible, but it might not necessarily go exactly where you want it. Again, that depends on the cards that are surrounding it, or if you're reading reversals. Its main meaning is it's heading right to where it needs to be. You are on the right path. Everything is directed towards there. It's going to one specific goal. What's interesting with the Eight of Wands is it is the only card in the Coleman Smith Rider-Waite that does not have a person. So for the traditional meaning of this card, we're literally looking at the actions, the movement, the motivation is all going in the same direction, headed for the same thing. There is no stopping it, there is no slowing it down. It's done. Okay. In this one, we're using fireworks. And you can see that we have this lovely long fuse and it's traveling along. When it goes off, all the fireworks will go up. Now, what we don't know is where they go from there. We know they all go up, but some will go off to the right, some will go off to the left. It's interesting because this now adds a layer of maybe it's not all going in the same direction. It'll start off that way, but it might all create different outcomes, which leads to a little bit of excitement as to where this might go and what the outcome might be. In here, we've got it more like a pendulum. Again, so we had the 5 with the conflict, the 6 with the victory, the 7 with the challenge, and then the 8 with the pendulum. We're in motion. It's going. Too bad. We're going the way we need to go. That will swing back. So it almost indicates that movement forward and then come back and assess and then move forward again and then come back and assess. And that's the natural flow of how things actually work. We very rarely shoot and go nonstop. We always seem to come back and reflect. So it's interesting how they've included that in this card. And in this one, we have all the wands laid out in the same direction. Sorry, not in the same direction because we're coming across the square, but they're all facing out. So none of them are facing in. So that's interesting that they incorporate 2 different directions, but all facing out. Similar to this, all going to go up, but where they land from there, And even though this one does indicate that they're all going to go to the same spot, we don't see them land. We see them in motion. So this is a card about being goal-oriented, knowing where you want to go and aiming for that and taking the action for that. And that everything will work together when you have set your mind to it and you direct all your energy towards there. That's this moment. That's this card. Right? All your passion, all your actions, all your motions forward are all for the same purpose. So this one really does talk about having the purpose and being goal-oriented and directing everything towards it. So thank you for joining me for the 7 and the 8. Our next ones will be the 9 and 10 of wands. Until then, bye for now.